Hello everyone, hope you're well. I'm going to do a video today on what is the difference between ensemble sample libraries versus solo instrument libraries. Is it better to just buy an all-in-one bundle where you get a million and one different instruments, or are you better just getting the specific instrument that you need to fill your arsenal? Both really valid questions. I'm not going to give you the specific answer. I want to give you the information so that you can make your own informed decision, because I think what works for one person doesn't work for the other person. So I will go into the kind of nitty-gritty of it. So if you're coming in and you have no string instruments whatsoever, or orchestral samples, or it might be anything, samples at all, what on earth are you going to do? Well, hopefully you buy a nice piece of software that's got lots of stuff bundled in it to get you started. You can start making some music, sketching, whatever. I'm going to use sketching, composing, and writing interchangeably, because sketching is kind of a composing term, writing is a general term, but it might be relevant depending on your persuasion, let's just say, right? So I have lots of different things. I've spent many years getting to that point. So I've got both ensemble and solo instrument libraries. They're both really important. However, there is a mindset that you use one for one thing and one for the other. First thing to start with is that's not necessarily the case. You can use ensemble patches and ensemble instrument bundles, like Symphobius, my go-to, as, like you can layer and layer and layer it, okay? Likewise, when someone says, oh, well, if you're using solo instruments, then can you make a little ensemble of them? Of course you can. But the way they are kind of designed is very different. And it makes just coming in and sitting down and playing my keyboard a little bit more different on a solo instrument patch versus an ensemble patch. Your ensemble patches, out of the box, are aimed at sketching. You've got a bigger oof sound, yeah? If I want to do... Can I demonstrate this very quickly? I love doing live demos because they're fun. If I want to do something really dramatic like this, million times easier on a ensemble patch versus trying to do it on a solo patch, because I've got two instruments highlighted there. 1, 2. And I've done that in a way where it works acoustically and sonically, right? To do the same thing on this, well, I'd have to grab all these instruments here. Still sounds great, but look, I'm having to grab all of these instruments. It's more processing power. There's a lot more to it because I'm stacking solo instruments into a virtual orchestra, as opposed to, I grab my one instrument here. What's better? Genuinely, that versus that. They're just different. I mean, to be honest, I'd have to get the brass highlighted as well. Let me find that very quickly. Bear with. Go and get my brass as well. Might be a bit more of a... clipping a little bit, but it's really interesting, isn't it? Ensemble patches tend to be easier to use in terms of getting a bigger sound out. Great for sketching. Normally more versatile at the expense of customizability. Like you can't ensemble an ensemble example. There are some that will have those soloists and lead violins and whatever within there, yeah. But compared to the solo libraries where, okay, I've sat down, John from the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra, who's literally played cello for 46 years, and he's going to sit here in a chamber and just play every single variation. And then I'm also going to record, it's just different. And I think understanding that is really important. Understanding the technology itself, the multi-sampling technology for like the sample players and the libraries and such, is also really important, because me trying to do a multi-sample or like an ensemble sound with 30-something layers of Spitfire strings, not very cost-effective on my CPU, my wallet, or my sanity, quite frankly. Whereas an ensemble patch, I mean, I had one instrument selected at one point and I was getting that phenomenal sound. So that's why they're a lot better for sketching, because generally speaking, if you just want to get some ideas down really quickly, load up your ensemble patch. Right, I'm going to play straight into my drums, away you go. Where to replicate that in the solo world, instead of recording one layer of instruments, I'm recording maybe 20. And that comes with pluses and minuses, So yeah, hopefully that's been really interesting. If you want to see more of this type of stuff, let me know, because I can talk about this stuff all day. I'm not going to pretend to know absolutely everything, but I tend to be able to give you enough information, hopefully, to make your own decision. And any feedback, any suggestions, anything at all, please let me know. I'm always looking to kind of hear what people think. And yeah, if you're interested in what I kind of come up with all these things that I have, you will get to see those types of things very soon. I'll have all sorts of available content you can have a listen to, maybe buy, all that type of stuff. But if you do want to support me, I'm trying to get lots more musical gear. Please make sure you comment, like, subscribe, all that kind of cringeworthy stuff. It really does help. And if you're wanting to support more than just that, obviously I've got other links down below. But thank you so much for watching. And yeah, have a lovely day wherever you are. All right, take care.